Jesus Christ be praised. Piss off! Good to see you, Henry. What would you like? Take care for now, Henry.
God be with you. Keep the peace, and we'll stay friends.
Greetings, Master Guard.
Can't say I blame him. After all, he is marrying off his only daughter.
But I just can't listen to it.
And what can I
Large
get
beer
for
for
you?
me?
Better than listening to news about
Look at them
bandits.
human horses.
It happens.
They
Just
think
watch
they
where
can
you're
do
going
whatever
next
they want
time.
to Gordon.
So much to teach them how things work in these parts.
We should be living in fear for our women in our own village.
Right.
No,
Nobody's
Darko's
sick
all
with that
right.
rabble around. Bastards.
That's too
Someone should kick their asses. Really clip those fuckers' wings.
Hope it's not that
Flash in their
bad.
faces, it will be
I
too
wouldn't
good
wish
for
that
them.
on Agnes.
God be with you. Take care.
See you around then.
Be careful. It isn't safe around here.
Grüß Gott, was brauchst du?
I'll have a look at the wares. Let's talk about the price.
Warum nicht?
Is this enough?
That's too much. Why? You'll convince me with that price? Du wirst sicher zufrieden sein. Bis bald.
God. Why?
Look at them human hearts.
I mean, you got that less young.
Piss off! What are you waiting for?
I heard you're in need of money, friend.
I,
God is punishing
true enough,
us for our
I need
sins.
to pay the tithe and give something to the church for my father's requiem mass.
Isn't it a bit early for that? It's ages till St. Wendy's last day.
Who are you praying for?
For my son, Yaroslav.
When did your son die?
Well, Yaroslav would have been 5 years old now.
How come he's buried there and not at the cemetery?
He died during birth and was never christened, so he couldn't be buried in the cemetery.
God have mercy. I'm sorry about that.
Aye, me too. If it hadn't been for that treacherous old hag, he wouldn't be here under a tree. He'd be in the churchyard, as he ought to be. The poor, innocent soul. Or standing right here next to me.
Old hag? Who are you talking about?
The midwife, Bozhena. My wife, Ludmilla, gave birth to 3 daughters. Quick and easy every time. The village women often scream all day and night before they bring their babies into the world. Not my Ludmilla. When she had Marushka, it was all over before the midwife even got here. But when Yaroslav was coming into the world, you know, I knew already I'd finally have a son. I never sent for no help. Why would I? After all, Ludmilla done it all on her own 3 times. And besides, that Bozhena is an unclean woman and a witch. Only this time, something went wrong. Of course, I wasn't there. Being a God-abiding man, I was outside. But Marushka comes running out, shouting, "Pa, send for Bozhena! Ma's poorly!" I thought twice about it, but then I sent for her. She came along with a little girl, Pavlena, and a whole sack of herbs. She started brewing right away, and before the night was out, she was pouring God knows what kind of concoction down Ludmilla's throat. It's a wonder she didn't poison her, the crone. I couldn't get a wink of sleep all night. It wasn't till daybreak that Bozhena came out of the house, carrying in her arms. They could see right off it was a boy. Like I said, only Yaroslav came out feet first. And as they were pulling him out, well, he was all Mother of God. I can't even say it. It was that Bozhina's doing, I tell you. If she hadn't pulled him out and left Ludmilla to manage herself, he could have lived.
So you still blame her for it?
And why shouldn't I? I haven't told you the half of it yet. I asked the priest, and he told me every midwife has the sacred right to perform baptism when things go wrong. Like when it looks bad for the child, see? She can baptize him, make sure he gets to heaven. And you know what Bozhina did?
What?
Not a thing. She looked at that little body lying still and didn't do a damned thing. And my wife died a few hours later. So I'm sure you understand what I did after that same evening. I got the other fellas from the village, and we drove that damned witch out beyond the boundary stone.
I see. She lives in the woods now.
A good thing, too. She hasn't shown up here since. Many times I told myself we should have done more to her, so she'd know how I felt.
Thank you for telling me about it. You have my condolences.
Aye, but words won't bring them back.
I'd like to ask you more about your son, Yaroslav, if that's all right with you.
Ask away.
What about your other children?
One of my daughters got married and moved out. Marushka and Olina are still here. Once they get married, I'll be left all alone on the farm.
Why? One of them could live on the farm with her husband, couldn't she? Lots of fellows would give the right arm for a place like this.
Aye, true enough. Only a father should pass his livelihood on to his son, goddammit! Don't tell me it's different where you come from.
My pa was a blacksmith. He taught me his trade since I was little. He wasn't my father by blood, but he took me as his own from the day I was born.
Really? What kind of man would take in another's child?
An honourable man. Blood isn't everything. You know yourself. You'll find husbands for your daughters, and you'll be glad to have them take care of you in your old age. Like it should be. And one day your livelihood will pass on to your grandchildren. Nothing ends.
I suppose you're right.
I don't have any more questions. Thanks. Your farmhands murdered Roman and abducted Pavlena, the herb woman's daughter.
What? What the hell are you talking about?
Straw admitted everything, so I dealt with him according to the law.
Jesus Christ! Why would they do something like that?
They did it to get in your good books. For taking revenge on Bozhena.
My God! I never wanted anything like that. When I get drunk, I curse her, aye, but I never wanted anyone to kidnap her daughter or murder anyone. I didn't put anyone up to it. They did it on their own, and it's their own bloody fault. Jesus Christ! That's the last thing we need, a mess like this. I have to square things up with Thrush. Almighty Father, I put...
Look, I know relations between you and Bozhena the herb woman aren't good. But it's time to put an end to the animosity.
Where are you going with this? That witch deserves no pity.
I understand your bitterness, and I'm sorry about your son. Bozhena would certainly have saved him if she could. But whatever happened between you, it has to end now. Bozhena came very close to losing her daughter on account of your feud. Your farmhands abducted her, and they killed her sweetheart.
But I had nothing to do with that. They did it of their own free will, not on my orders.
That means nothing. They did it because of you. They wanted you to be indebted to them.
But that's not my fault, and I don't see why I should have to make up with Bozhena on account of it.
Well, whether you ordered it or not, you're still guilty. If you hadn't got boozed up and started spouting shit, none of this would have happened.
Go to hell. What I say and do is my business. What other people make of it is theirs. So stop fucking bothering me with talk about making amends. Bozhena didn't make any amends to my Yarush.
As you wish. I won't try to convince you.
Yeah, you'd be wasting your time. Don't bother me again. Why? The angel of the Lord. Do you want to kill me? You...
Greetings.
It's done.
He wanted revenge, and now he's got it. Thank you, Henry. It was a bad deed, but in a good cause. God forgive us. Here, I was saving this coin up for Pavlena. But no. And you deserve it for all you done.
No thanks. I can't accept that.
Oh? Are you sure?
Quite.
Very well, then. But if you ever need anything, come and see me. Take care for now, Henry.
I'd like you to teach me something.
It can be done, but it doesn't come free. And what would you like? Christ, pardon me.
Yakesh is dead. You no longer have anything to fear.
Good. I hope he died in agony. I should have done it myself. Just like I killed that bastard otter. They deserved it for what they did to Roman. Every last one of them. But it's done. It's done now. Thank you, Henry. Now Roman can rest in peace. I want you to take this. You can sell it somewhere.
What is it?
A pendant that Roman gave me. I can't keep it anymore. After all that's happened, I want to forget everything.
Thanks, Pavlena. I hope all your troubles are over.
So do I. Farewell, Henry.
So, how are you doing?
Well, not bad, all things considered. I mean, with all that happened over the past few days.
I understand. I didn't want to upset you. I was just wondering if you had everything you needed and so on.
You're so sweet, but we're doing all right. Don't worry about us. What we need and can't make ourselves, we buy. We earn some coin from my baskets and Mother's medicines, but mostly we live off what the forest provides. Ma taught me about every flower, root and mushroom. Ma can cook a hare like no one. Sometimes we even eat but don't tell anyone.
Of course, hitting a hare at 30... Perhaps you could...
I'd be happy to, but and when you live alone in the...
What do you have for sale? I'd like to learn...
What would you like to...
Can you spell... What will you two do next?
Honestly, I'll take care of Ma and learn everything that we could have a life together. Folk here will never accept...
What about other places?
No, Henry. People are the same everywhere. I'm sick.
I'm very sorry.
Roman was pretty much... He was always very... Roman told him I...
Sounds like...
Aye.
What had happened with Yakesh back then?
I was just a little girl. Yakesh called Ma. I was boiling water. Eventually they pulled it out, but Ludmilla was screaming.
I know.
Aye. They burst even now. I'd rather die than...
Is that...
No. I killed for what he did to Ma.
Where the... You're a dead man.
Da! Da!
Damn! That weakling was useless!
Holy shit. That was a close one. Thank you. I'd have been shredded to pieces if it wasn't for you. Jesus Christ.
It was nothing, really. The main thing is you're safe.
Nothing? No, no. I have to repay you for your bravery. Here, take it. It's not much, I know, but it's the best I've got. And thank you again.
Ave Maria.
God be with you. What would you like?
I challenge you to a duel.
Good. Come and join me in the arena. Excuse me.
Shall we begin?
Let's be... Watch and learn! Sorry, lad, but it's too soon for me to teach you the Master Strike.
True. Can we practice?
All right.
Shall we begin?
Sure.
Thanks.
Same as last time. Remember that trick I showed you?
Sure. Right slash, left slash, then right slash again.
That's right. Or you can do it the other way around. Well, shall we get started?
Let's begin.
See? That's the way. Again. Well done. Now show me the technique I taught you. Enough! You're attacking from the wrong direction. Wrong. Again. And this time from the right direction. Enough! You're attacking from the wrong direction. See? That's the way. Again. No. Focus on the direction you're supposed to attack from. Well done. You're good.
You said yourself that practice makes perfect.
What now?
Let's try something else. Will you teach me another swordsmanship trick?
Certainly. But you better not talk about it like that. I mean, between you and me you can. but the Grand Masters make a big show about calling it...
I understand.
Aye, and as far as dueling is concerned...
German?
Aye, it's all...
Excellent. That's...
Why not? It occurred to me that a thrust with a sword to the... It'd be my pleasure.
Let's fight.
Come by another time.
Get out of here! I'm sorry. Get out of my sight!
Jesus Christ be praised. Good day to you.
God be with you. Shoo! Get out of my sight!
I was wondering if you'd lend me your bullock when it's time to sow winter grain. I need to plow too, you know. What if you lend me the bullock? I was going to do what we talked about.
Hey, you! Have you done something I should know about?
Ah, don't worry. I'm a saint. Old gods. I wonder what their names were. I see they haven't been forgotten, and the locals still worship them. I can't really blame them seeing the state of this land. That's a fine maypole.
Hell on earth. Just a few days walk from here. You have to hear this.
Jesus Christ be praised.
I heard you could use a helping hand at the forge.
I could. My last two hands, well, they're not worth mentioning. And what with the wedding coming up, the work is piling up. Ah, what do they call you?
Henry.
I'm Radovan. You should know, Henry. The blacksmithing isn't for everyone. Have you done it before?
Yeah. I basically grew up in the forge. My father was a swordsmith, and not just any. He even forged swords for the nobility.
For the nobility, eh? Well, that kind of experience will come in very handy for me indeed. As it happens, I have to forge a wedding present for young Lord Semine. A fine sword.
So you'll take me on?
Hold your horses. I'll have to try you out first. You could forge me a hunting sword as a test, so I can see if you can make a straight blade. That shouldn't give you much trouble if your father was a swordsmith, should it?
Sure thing. I can get started right away.
Great. Find some iron and get started then.
Iron?
You can't make a sword out of butter, but if you don't have your own stuff, you can get everything from the chest in my forge. Where I am? I'm sorry. Go over to the anvil and let's get started. Furnace is cold now. Give it a practice try. Some things, like swords, are too long to fit in the fire. You have to heat it up a bit harder. Try poking it around for a bit. Now get the furnace nice and hot. There's a lever above you. Give it a pull. It works the bellow. Tell the temperature by the color, but you won't be able to tell when it's in the fire. You have to take it out sometimes and take a look. Try it out. See? It's the color of straw, which is what you want. It heats the whole thing up. Nicely done. Now you can go straight to the anvil. Try moving the sword along the anvil so you can get the hang of it. Now take the hammer and try hitting it a few times. See the sparks? That's the sign of a good strike. The more sparks, the better. Also, you can hammer with different degrees of power. A stronger hit will do more, but it'll tire you out faster. Try giving it a few blows, as hard as you can, so I can see how strong you are. That's got a nice ring to it. Of course, if it was all about hitting an anvil with a hammer, any dolt could do it. You've got to hammer the workpiece evenly. One hit next to the other.
It's ages till St. Wenceslas Day, and I don't collect tithes before then. You're right, but I promised myself I wouldn't leave it till the last moment this year. So, have you got any ideas? Well, if I did, I wouldn't leave it till the last moment this year.
Very nice. You're doing just fine. But when I say evenly, I mean it. A sword has two sides, like a lot of other things, including myself. Turn it over and continue on the other side. Nice. Now try forging it on both sides. The closer it is to being finished, the more it will take on the shape you want. It'll cool off soon anyway. It's cooled now. You can't do it all in one go. You've got to put it back in the furnace from time to time. Sometimes you've got to go there and back all day. But it's all part of the craft. Now, get back to the forge and heat it all up again, like before. The whole thing is heated up now, so come over to the anvil. Hear that? Besides the sparks, you can tell a good strike by the sound it makes. Sparks! That's the stuff. See how it's taking on the right shape? That's how you can tell it's almost finished. Now, I've got a piece of advice for you. Hammer to a rhythm. When I hammer a piece to a beat, the work goes by easier. Sometimes I'll whistle to myself to keep the rhythm going. The sparks are flying nicely. There you go. You've got it finished. All that's left is to temper it, and the sword will be done. The rest is just tweaking. Right, let's have a look. Very nice work. Your father taught you.
He'd certainly be happy to hear that.
If you carry on hammering as well as you did today, you've definitely got a job here. Even so, keep in mind, it's all about making sure every strike does its job. That's why you can't let it get cold, or keep striking the same spot. If you work evenly, each strike falling right next to the last one, you can't go wrong. Got that? Or is there something else you want to ask about?
What good does it do me to whistle while I work?
It makes you work to a rhythm.
How do I know a good strike from a bad one?
By the sparks that fly up. And by the ring. It rings out with a different sound when you do it right.
What's the right way to heat up the workpiece?
Do it till it turns the color of straw. Ideally, the color should be the same everywhere if your forging's going to be even. The main thing is, don't work it cold. You just ruin it. But don't overheat it either. As soon as sparks start to fly off it in the furnace, take it out.
Why should I forge evenly?
If you keep hammering the same spot, you'll never finish it. You'll just fuck it up. But jumping from one end to the other ain't a good idea neither. You'd end up working unevenly. The best thing to do is aim each strike next to the one before.
How will I know it's finished?
Notice the shape. The closer you are to finishing, the more precise the shape it will have.
Thanks. That's all I need to know.
You can sleep in the chamber by the woodshed. And there's a chest where you can keep your things. And of course, you can use the forge anytime you want. Any questions?
Where can I get materials?
You can buy some essentials from me. But if you want to make a fancy sword with lots of ornamentation, you'll have to look elsewhere. This is just a village, you know. The locals ain't after luxury. And they can't afford it neither.
What can I do with the items I've forged?
Well, you can sell them, though you probably won't have much luck around here. But I'll happily buy some of the nicer things from you.
Where exactly is my bed?
At the side of the house. There are, and you can put your things.
What now?
What do you think? You're not going to be idle. I'll find you some work to do right away. You're pretty good at swords, but what the locals really need is axes and horseshoes. Right, here are some simple drawings that show what they're both supposed to look like. And some iron. You can get down to it right away.
Just like that? You aren't going to help me?
Sacre, lad. I chose you because you already know a thing or two. I'm not going to look over your shoulder all bloody day. You take care of these smaller jobs. Forge away as long as you're able, and then sell it all. Once you've made some coin and feel like being out in the open again, I'll give you some more interesting work.